Hey guys, it's Stargirl the Practical Witch, and welcome to another one of my pick a card readings. Today we are going to figure out what is coming for you February 2019. So before we get started, I need you to pick one of the 6 groups. This is group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once you've picked a group, you can fast forward to the timestamp I provide down below to see what your results are. If you need to pause the video to meditate on the cards, feel free to do so. I also ask that you pick with your intuition and gut and not your eyes. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Group number 1, let's see what's coming for you February 2019. Okay, so I'm going to start out with the positive aspects of February for you, because this group is a little more challenging than the others, but nothing I say is meant to scare you, nothing I say is meant to discourage you. Everything I say today is just sort of a cheat sheet of the energies that will be happening in February, so you can better prepare for it, because remember, you are the master of your own universe, okay? But one thing I'm seeing, let's start out with the positive aspects of February for you. So we have good cheer and socialize and join in. So I'm seeing that in February, you're really going to have a chance to socialize with people that you connect to on a real level. So I know a lot of you guys who watch my pick a cards are very introverted and you don't like socializing with people, or you might not have a lot of friends. I'm the same way. I'm very selective about the people I'd like to hang around. But what I'm seeing for you is in February, you're going to have a chance to socialize with people in your soul family. So people that it's not draining to be around. And this is going to be something that really lifts up your spirits. This could manifest. For instance, people who are in your soul family, you can be yourself around. You can express your ideas with them. It's not draining to be around them. You vibe with them immediately. And when you hang out with them, you feel refreshed instead of drained. So in February, expect to be socializing with people you connect to on a real level, not a fake level that's draining, but a real level. This could mean an unexpected party that you're invited to, an unexpected work gathering, or some sort of get together. But if you're invited in February to do anything with a group of people, I highly suggest you go, because I'm seeing there's a friendship soulmate in there for you and someone that you can really connect to and bond with. And I don't know about you guys, but in my experience, that is freaking rare. It's rare to find people you can really bond with like that. And I'm seeing this as like a lifetime friendship type deal. Okay, now let's get on to the more challenging side of it. In February, I see you guys changing careers, place of residence, relationships. Some big change is going to happen in your life that's pretty stressful. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to lie to you, because I want you to be prepared for it. So this could manifest as you're told you're going to be relocated. You're told you're going to be fired. You decide to break up with your boyfriend or girlfriend. You decide that you need to move because something happened at the place you're living. It can be a very stressful change, but your angels want you to know with this Temperance card that this change was put into your life on purpose, because even though it seems stressful now, it's going to lead to a better opportunity. So for instance, when I was in Nashville trying to make it with music, I didn't make it, and I thought that was a huge, awful setback. But later on in the future, I realized that this is what I'm happiest doing. This is what was right for me. And the fact that I didn't make it in Nashville wasn't a negative change, but a positive change. And I see that for you, and I know that's really, sucky to hear, but trust me, even though this change will be stressful, it's going to lead to better opportunities. And I'm also sensing that in March, you're going to be, even though it's going to be challenging in February, in March you're really gonna have a win, and I see it. But remember guys, it's the ebb and flow of life, okay? It's like the waves going up to the shore and retracting back. It can't all be an upswing. You can't be high all the time, right? There has to be some sort of dip. And that's not a negative thing. It's just a part of the journey, okay? So I don't want you to think it's negative at all. But this can also manifest, this is a general reading, guys, so I'm going to get multiple different messages. This could also manifest as someone in your life could betray you. And betray is a really strong word. I don't like using that word because it denotes like someone's purposely hurting you. That could be the case for some of you, but what I'm really picking up on is someone is going to hurt you. Someone's going to hurt your feelings. They might not mean to hurt your feelings. They might not have ill intention to hurt your feelings, but I'm seeing that someone is really going to hurt your feelings. And I think you're going to make it worse in your head than it really is. So this is a warning for you guys not to over exaggerate problems in your head, because what I'm seeing is this change isn't going to be, you know, life-threatening. It's not going to be life-ruining. It's just going to be a change that causes stress, and for you to be mindful of how you handle that stress, because I'm not seeing it's going to be, like I said, that even that bad. What I'm seeing from the cards is you're going to make it worse in your head than it is. And also what I'm seeing with the water element and sensing is in January, February, sorry guys. In February, you might feel extra emotional, or you might feel like, you know, when you're watching TV or a movie, you might feel like crying over a sad scene. Someone could accidentally say something that was a little hurtful, and normally you would brush it off, but in February, you're gonna start tearing up or getting more upset or more sensitive than normal in February. And I want you to know this is completely normal. You might feel like, what is wrong with me? Am I pregnant? You know, like, because you're going to be pretty emotional. But I'm telling, even men too, this is completely normal. If you picked group number 1, it's because you're feeling the energy shift of the universe. And a lot of the times when the world goes through a massive energy shift, like we just did during the blood moon, people feel it on a physical level, okay? Because the world is not just the 3D, it's energy. There's so many different dimensions, and the world is going through an energy upgrade and shift, and this causes the physical symptom of being emotional. So expect that, and try not to block off your emotions, because I'm sensing that a lot of you guys who picked this group, you have a tendency when you start to feel too many emotions to just try to shut it down and shove it deep down inside of you because you want to be tough, and I get that because I'm like that too. But try not to do that in February. Recognize it as an ascension symptom and just embrace your divine feminine side. This is for men too. Embrace your sensitive side. Embrace your divine feminine side, okay? Just embrace the touchy-feely in February. Stop trying to resist it. I know a lot of you guys are going to be bitter because it's Valentine's Day. Stop trying to resist it. Another thing I'm seeing is we have the romance card. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. I'm thinking that some of you guys on Valentine's Day or around Valentine's Day are actually going to have a date with someone you know, like through your friend circle, someone you've dated before, like an ex, or someone you might have mutual friends with that you already know about. You might have a date with them or some sort of experience with them, or it could be someone you've talked to before. It doesn't necessarily have to be an ex. It could just be someone you've known about before this reading. And this could be the social situation I'm talking about. You can meet them in this social situation as well. Let's see what else I'm picking up on. This could also manifest as an ex trying to, like, feeling touchy-feely around Valentine's Day, February, and coming back into your life, trying to rekindle things. Whether or not you want to do that is completely up to you. If you're in a relationship already, what I'm seeing is there might be more fights in February. I'm not saying it's the ending of your relationship. I'm actually sensing that this will make your relationship stronger. You guys will have more respect for each other and learn more things about each other. And like I was saying before, you guys are going to be going through an emotional time, so you might have a tendency to react more if you're in a relationship with your partner, and this might cause more disruptions in your relationship. But I'm really seeing that it's going to lead to the positive of making a relationship stronger. And I am going to get multiple different messages. I know some of you are single, some of you are taken, but this is a general reading, so try not to be too mad at me. Let's see, what else am I seeing? Guys, even though there's a lot of sudden change and like something, like some truths might come out that shock you, some betrayal might happen, some stress might happen, we also have that good cheer card. So don't try to be too down. I think what your spirit guides are trying to let me know is that if you go about it with good cheer and you're happy and you face this stress with a positive attitude, positive outcomes will come. So keep that in mind when you're going through a little bit of stress in February, that if you focus on the positive and you have a good positive energy, you attract that, because like attracts like. So try not to just succumb to the dark side in your brain and let that anxiety manifest. So that's all I have for you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next group. All right, group number 2, let's see what's coming for you February 2019. So guys, if you pick this group, this is actually a really fun, lighthearted group, and definitely a different mood than the first group. So what I'm seeing from this is February is going to be a time where you feel very emotionally satisfied and happy. So you know how sometimes we go through bouts of like low energy or depression. I mean, it's just normal. It can't all be an upswing. There's always downswings. Well, I want you to know February is going to be an upswing for you. You're going to be feeling grateful for things. You're going to be feeling happy. There's going to be a pep in your step. It's not going to be as hard for you to wake up in the morning. And I'm seeing a emphasis, honestly, on feeling close to others, feeling closer to your friends, family, or a significant other, and feeling more connected to the people in your life. That's one thing I'm seeing. I'm also seeing that there might be a tendency to be a little distracted in February for you guys at work or at school, because you'll be too busy thinking about social things. And like I was telling the first group, I know a lot of you guys who watch my pick of cards are introverts and you hate people and you're very selective about people. But what I'm seeing is February is really going to be a time where people are meeting up with their soul family, their soul friends, people you connect with right off the bat that you vibe with, not people you hang out with and you feel drained around, like people you hang out with and your soul and your mind is enriched and you just vibe with them. And I'm seeing that you're going to be very preoccupied with that, and you're almost going to be, you know, always thinking about what am I going to do after work? What am I going to do in the weekend? I see you guys sort of like not being able to focus on your work or school because your social life is going so great in February. And once again, I don't mean draining social life. I mean like a real social life with real people you like. I'm also seeing that, guys, for those of you who are of drinking age, be careful of drinking the night before you have to work. I'm also sensing you guys are going to like, I don't know why, with the Nine of Cups with the Two of Pentacles, I'm just sensing that some of you guys are going to party too hard during the work week or a Sunday or something like that, and it's really going to bite you in the butt at work or school. So be very careful about that. I'm sensing that this is going to be a month of really bad hangovers, and I know that's like a really weird thing to like see over tarot, but sometimes I'll get these like weird messages that pop up, and I'm just really seeing February is not a good time to drink during a school night or a work night, because you're going to have a heck of a hangover. I'm also seeing that you guys are going to likely be more lenient with your money. You might have more money to play with, or you're going to be kind of so busy having fun, you're not thinking about money, and you're spending money on life experience or things that make you feel good. And this is going to be something that contributes to your happy mood. That doesn't have to necessarily be bad, but I definitely see you being more lenient with money and having the ability to be more lenient with money as well. Now, I want you guys to be careful as well, because what I'm seeing is this is just a warning. Remember, you are in control of your own destiny. I'm also seeing a tendency to maybe binge eat, or like overeat or over drink or overdo certain things that feel good. I am seeing that as well, so be cautious of that. Now, one thing I'm seeing, guys, this is actually a really funny card. Or spread, because I have the Ace of Wands, Sensuality, and Black Moon, Lilith. These are all very sexual cards, and I know a lot of you guys who watch my videos are very young, so I'm going to keep it as non-explicit as possible. So when we see the Ace of Wands, this talks about raw sexual attraction, and Black Moon, Lilith does as well, and we also have sensuality. So what this is telling me is you're going to have a very hot and passionate crush on somebody in February 2019. This is going to be a crush that consumes your mind, that you feel hot and fiery about, someone you are insanely attracted to. And I've got this popped up in 3 different cards. And if you guys are already seeing someone or already in a relationship, it's going to be hot and heavy in February. I'm not going to say anymore. You get where I'm going, because look, three cards that say the same thing. Hot, sexual. It is February, but expect to be having a good time with someone else in February. Okay, So this also, you know, because it's so intense energy, I'm almost seeing new love, because we have the Page of Cups and the Ace of Wands, sensuality. This could be like a new thing or a new flame you have going on, or if you're in a relationship or with someone, it's gonna feel like you guys did at the very start. There's going to be a rise in your sensual appetites. Guys, it's like a minefield trying to talk in a way that's suitable for all ages. It's actually like an art form, because normally I'm cussing and all of this stuff, but I censor myself on YouTube. Okay, so like I was saying, guys, you're gonna be really bonding with like people in your soul family, whether it's romantic or friendship wise, because we have heart-to-heart conversations. So be prepared to have the bigger conversations about life, conversations that are satisfying to have with others, not the ones that you're like, oh my god, get me out of this conversation, this is so draining. You're gonna have really good conversation with others. This is gonna be a really social month for you in a very positive way. Let's see. Okay, we have wellness. Yeah, that's the reason why I thought there was going to be bad hangovers with the Nine of Cups, the Two of Pentacles. This is why I felt like there was going to be bad hangovers. And, you know, for those of you who partake in illegal substances, where I support certain green plants, I also know that, you know, if you guys are overdoing it to the point where it impacts your work or school, you should be wary of that, because I am seeing indulgences kind of bleeding over into work and school and impacting that as well. Okay. Let's see, I think that's all I have for you guys. I'm just gonna make sure real quick. That's all I have for you guys, so I'm going to move on to the next group. Alright, group number 3. Let's see what February 2019 has in store for you. Wow. We have 3 major arcanas right off the bat, so I know that February 2019 is going to be a big month for you. It's not going to be one of those dull months where nothing happens. I'm seeing a lot of positive changes. I'm seeing a lot of positive things. Okay. So let's start with this one. Hold on. Okay. So I'm almost seeing, guys, that in February 2019, you're going to have to make a very important decision, a very important choice, and you're going to need to have the courage to make this decision. And I think a lot of it has to do with your career or what direction you take in school, because it's next to Vanessa that says to make your decision, ask yourself, which way brings me closer to my divine purpose? Which way takes me away from it? And it's paired right next to the Page of Pentacles, which talks about your earthly profession, what you want to learn. So I think a lot of you guys who are in school in February really expect to have to make a decision about what you want to be when you grow up. Expect to make the decision, what classes should I take next semester that will lead me to my career? For those of you who aren't in school, be prepared to really start being pulled to your divine soul's purpose and away from your 9 to 5. I see that in February, there's going to be more of a pull to be doing what you are truly passionate about, as opposed to doing something just for the paycheck or just because it's security. So be prepared to feel more inspired. Be prepared to be more fed up with the 9 to 5, because we have Uranus, and guys, Uranus is like the rebel of astrology. He doesn't want to listen to anyone. He wants to do his own thing. He wants to be himself. He wants to be rebellious. He wants to, you know, make the rules. So expect to have a streak of rebellion in February. For those of you who are in school or work, expect to be more resentful or a little snarky to the boss, whether it's in your head or out loud. I am seeing that because I'm seeing that your heart is activating. You are in your solar plexus chakra, because we have the star and strength, which are both solar plexus cards. So I feel like you're going to be more motivated in your solar plexus to follow your heart and what really makes you passionate. And you're going to have less patience for your 9 to 5 or the tedious things you have to do every day. You're going to start realizing the bureaucracy of the world and getting really mad about issues such as that, especially social justice issues. I see in February you guys being more stirred up about politics or social justice issues, or questioning, why do I have to do this? This bureaucracy is BS, you know? Like, you're going to start realizing how tedious and bureaucratic the world is, and you're going to start getting getting mad, and you're going to start realizing, like, why am I doing this? For stability, I'm going to follow my passion. That's the energy of February for you. And you know what? This is destiny that you're feeling this way. With the Star and Strength and the Lovers, and Prosperity, this is all a very good sign. This is telling me that as opposed to the practical and following your dreams, follow your dreams. And I'm not just telling you that so you'll fail. I also want you to know, if you do that, you have to be using the law of attraction. You have to believe in yourself for it to work. Because if you follow your passion and you don't believe in yourself, and you're always like, oh, I shouldn't have done that, I should have taken the practical route, you're going to fail. Then that's just the honest truth of it. However, if you follow your passion, you believe in yourself, you use the law of attraction, you cannot fail, because you're on the path you're destined to be at. So in February, follow your heart, don't follow the practical. Take that rebellion and run with it. Let it inspire you. You might also just have this urge to be more yourself, or be weird and not care. So some of you may already not care in February, but let's be honest, we care about what people think about us. And I know some of you are going to be like, no, I don't, but on some level, we all care. And it's just the way humans are. We're social creatures. There's no shame in that. And I think in February, you're just going to give less of a crap what anyone thinks. Prepare to be more eccentric in the way you dress. Prepare to be more eccentric in the way you talk and act. Be prepared to be more quirky and just have less of a filter. I just see you like being fed up. And I also see you for those of you who are in school or thinking about learning something, I see you being really good. I see you taking up an interest in something intellectual, like a book or learning about a certain thing. And I see you being very successful in school, even though I'm seeing the snarkiness. I'm seeing a increase in intellectual pursuits and hobbies and interests. Now, I'm also seeing that you guys are also going to be very, okay, so we have gold and prosperity. I'm trying to put this all in right now. You guys are going to be very motivated because we have a lot of solar plexus chakra cards right here, yellow, solar plexus. So you guys are going to be feeling more motivated to get things done than normal. This isn't going to be a low energy month. This will be a high energy month where you are passionate about following your heart and you're going to make the effort to do it. You just need to find the courage. And I think that's going to be your biggest challenge in February 2019. I'm also seeing that for some of you who had a falling out with a friend or family member with Forgiving and Learning in the Star, I think it's very, very, very likely you guys are going to reconcile. So maybe you had a friend you were really close to, you had a falling out in February, expect there to be reconciliation, or with a family member, or even a loved one. Now, I don't like to talk about twin flames too much because they're very rare. However, this is a general message, so I am going to tell you everything I'm seeing. For some of you, it may resonate. For some of you, it may not. With the Lovers and the Star and the Strength with the Infinity, this is very indicative of a twin flame relationship. So for those of you who feel like they found their twin flame, or for those of you who have not found your twin flame, I think it's very likely that some of you will find and be with your twin flame. And for some of you, it could be someone from the past where it didn't work out with, and they're coming back and you guys are forgiving each other and reconciliation. But there's just heavy twin flame vibes on this card. And honestly, I'm not surprised, because with the new energy in the age of Aquarius, more twin flames are popping up left, right. It's not as common as people think. But for a lot of you who page group number 3, expect to be in contact with your twin flame. Expect to be in contact with your divine life purpose. And also I see you also being very critical of yourself in February 2019. We have be gentle with yourself. You've been through, be gentle. You are on the right path. You're going to be doing the right thing. Follow your heart. Don't be too hard on yourself. Do what you can. Be disciplined, but don't have a nasty inner voice to yourself. That's another message I'm getting as well. So that's all I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next group. All right, group number 4. Let's see what February 2019 has in store for you. So guys, there's a lot of fire energy, and fire pertains to action. So in February, expect to be very, very busy socially, at work, or just having a lot of things you have to do and spread your energy around to. And this isn't necessarily a bad thing, because I'm not seeing any negative cards. I'm not seeing like the 10 of Wands. I'm seeing 8 of Wands, Queen of Wands, 2 of Wands. Expect in February to have a lot of energy and be doing a lot of things in February that you want to be doing. I'm also seeing that we have When you take excellent care of yourself, everybody benefits. Give yourself a relaxing treat today, such as a massage, sea salt bath, or pedicure. And we also have that with the Queen of Wands. She's a little bit of a, look at me, I'm a diva. You know, she's very much like, I know I'm charming, I'm gonna charm you, I'm charismatic, I take care of the way I dress to allure you. So in February, guys, expect to be a little more bold than you normally would. Expect to be more charismatic than you normally would. I see you guys, because there's a lot of action cards, I see you guys working out a lot, or taking, like, you know, doing abs or push-ups, or maybe watching what you eat. I'm seeing that you're going to be very physically active in February, and because of that, your body may show it. And I'm seeing in general, you're just going to be taking better care of yourself in February. You know, you're going to take the time to, you know, give yourself a manicure or pedicure, or put lotion on your body or face. You're going to be really taking pride in your appearance in February and being more focused on how you look. And that's not a bad thing, okay? It's good to take pride in the way you look and pamper yourself. And I see you doing that a lot. And another thing I'm seeing is, well, it is February, so I'm seeing a lot of passion cards and love cards. So we have the Two of Cups, we have the Eight of Wands. So this really tells me, and we have honeymoon. I think for a lot of you guys, you will likely have Valentine's Day dates. I'm seeing it could be a newer relationship. However, it could be a older relationship too. It's sort of a mix of like soul connection and chemistry. So what I'm seeing is in February, expect to fall in love with a friend, or expect to be with someone who you consider to be like a friend who touches your soul. I'm not seeing frivolous romance. I'm not seeing just hot and heavy chemistry. I'm seeing a romantic soulmate connection with somebody who you can vibe with. It doesn't feel draining to be around them. They treat you with respect, and you respect them in return. You can have real conversations with them. You feel like you've known them in another life. So this isn't just like a chemistry romance I'm seeing for you guys. I'm seeing a real romantic connection that transcends the physical. And for those of you who are already in a relationship or already married, I actually see you guys kind of like retreating from the world and being in your own love cocoon and reigniting romance. And it is February, it is Valentine's Day, we have it all set up for that. And I know a lot of you guys hate Valentine's Day, but I'm seeing for those of you in a relationship, Valentine's Day is actually going to be like a rekindling of your romance, as cheesy as that is. And I'm even seeing that a lot of couples are going to be making a Valentine's Day trip in February. I'm definitely seeing that as well. I am seeing travel, that's the thing about it. Because we have Mercury, honeymoon, Eight of Wands, Two of Wands. We have 4 travel cards, guys. I didn't know people traveled in February. Apparently they do. I don't know. I don't travel very much, unfortunately. But I'm seeing that a lot of you guys who picked group number 4 are going to be making a trip in February. I'm definitely seeing that. Or at the very least, you guys will be planning a trip in the future. There's going to be more travel this year. I don't know. I've just been sensing that. And another thing I'm seeing, guys, is, let's see. There is going to be an intense interest for you guys in February of the metaphysical and the occult. I see you guys getting more into spirituality. I see you guys researching more on the chakras, the auras, astrology, because keep in mind Jupiter is in Sagittarius right now, and with that comes a further interest in occult. And a lot of people see, when they hear occult, they think of Satanism or like the devil or something. It's not that. It's figuring out the hidden energies of the universe and how to manipulate them to your advantage. I see you guys manifesting a lot using the law of attraction. I see you guys putting more warrant in the law of attraction. And I see it being a time for you in February where manifestations will be exponentially more powerful, and because we have that wand energy, because I see you putting your law of attraction to action, because nothing can happen without action. And okay, so we do have a lot of communication cards. 8 of Wands, 2 of Wands, Mercury. So guys, expect to get a unexpected message or text or email from an old friend, someone you haven't seen in a while, someone who you guys used to date. Expect to get an unexpected message. And Let's see, what else am I seeing? For some of you who are into social media, some of you guys watching, I also see an increase in your social media following if that's something you want to do. Because Queen of Wands reminds me of an influencer. So if any of you guys want to be an influencer, I'm also seeing that there's going to be an increase in your popularity or an increase in your social media status. I just see a lot of internet cards. I see some of you might be online dating and actually have success on online dating, or corresponding with someone who lives far away, a pen pal or a friend. There's just a lot of communication and travel in this, and I just want to make sure you guys are aware of it. And I also want to let you guys know we have the spiritual protection card. You are being watched over and protected physically, emotionally, and energetically. So guys, for those of you who picked number 4, your spirit guides want you to know they're very, very close to you. They might actually trying to communicate with you, because I am seeing that with the communication cards, so watch out for that. Sometimes spirit guides show up as number synchronicities on the clock, so 111, 222, 333, 444, 555, and if you see a number synchronicity, be sure to look up the meaning, because that's likely your spirit guides trying to contact you. However, they can also do it by a high-pitched ringing in your ear. Pay attention to your thoughts when you hear that. They can also manifest as a spirit animal or some sort of animal that is acting strangely around you as well. So that's all I have for you guys. I really hope you enjoyed your reading. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next group. Alright, group number 5. Let's see what February 2019 has in store for you. Okay guys, this isn't one of the most positive groups, I'm not going to lie to you. Hopefully you felt drawn to another deck as well so you can get that some positivity, but I feel like it's my duty as a tarot reader not to sugarcoat things or lie to you. And remember, you are the master of your own universe. Remember, you are in control of your life. This is just a cheat sheet of the energies of the universe so you can better prepare for what is to come in February. And I also want to let you know that the world works in an ebb and flow. You can't be high all the time. Sometimes you gotta dip down, even on roller coasters. That's just the way life is, and I wish it was all an upswing, but it's not. You have to dip down sometimes, and I think February is just gonna be an overwhelming, busy time for you, and not really in the positive way like the 4th group. It's just gonna be a time where you feel bogged down by responsibilities, because we have Saturn, and Saturn's no fun. Saturn is rules, restrictions, you know, doing things because you have to. I see you feeling a lot of responsibility in February that you really don't want to do. I see like people asking you for favors and you having a hard time saying no. I see like a family member needing your help and you're happy to help them, but you're just really busy. I see you taking on too much on your plate in February, and to be careful that many people might ask you for favors in February. And you know, a lot of people and a lot of things may be asking for a lot of your time and energy. Be very careful of that, because I see in February, if you take on too much, you will feel overwhelmed, and it's okay to say no to somebody if you just don't have the energy, and that's okay to say no. Now, I also want to let you guys know that because this is going to be a stressful and busy time, be careful of how you let out your frustrations on others, okay? Because I am seeing that as well. You might, you know, be quicker to snap at others, but let me give you some positive, because I don't want to just bog you all down with negative. We do have passion, guys. We have passion and the 3 of Wands. So in February, expect to, you know, find something you're really passionate about, or find a person you're really passionate about. And this might be why you feel so overwhelmed and bogged down, because I see in February you finding something that you really enjoy doing, or finding someone you really enjoy doing that gives you a lot of energy, and then feeling like you're taken away from it with responsibilities, and that sort of makes you resentful. So the good thing is, expect, you know how sometimes we just feel like nothing makes us happy, nothing makes us sad, nothing makes us exciting, and it's just like a flat line. February is not going to be that for you. There is going to be something that really perks your passion for life, whether it's a person or something you like doing. But yeah, everyday life is going to get in the way of that, and you're going to be really frustrated, like, I just want to be with this person, or I just want to be doing this instead, okay? And you'll figure it out in March. Don't worry about it. You're going to figure it out. It's okay, okay? Life, once again, is an ebb and flow. It's just how it is, and it sucks, but that's the way it is. And then we have ceremonies and celebrations. So what this is telling you guys is someone you know might be getting married. You might be invited to a wedding. You might get proposed to if you're in a long-term relationship. You might propose to someone else, or you might be going to your own wedding, but expect there to be some kind of wedding ceremonies and celebrations. This could also mean like having to go to a birthday or a graduation. It could be your birthday graduation, or I'm also seeing that in February, you might have a get-together to celebrate an accomplishment you do in February. So I'm also seeing for some of you, this is a general reading, where in February, you might actually complete a goal or a task you've been wanting to complete, and you're finally going to complete it in February, and there's going to be a ceremony and celebration. I'm seeing that as well. But there's definitely going to be some sort of party or get together to either celebrate you or somebody else, so watch out for that if you guys want to avoid and dodge that. For some of you, this could also mean that, you know, I am getting like release your ex and the Five of Swords. So for some of you guys who picked this group, this is a general message. An ex might try to come back in the woodwork, and I'm not talking about an ex you should work it out with. I'm almost feeling like an ex you shouldn't work it out with, who's kind of abusive to you, either physically, verbally, or mentally. I see them making their way out of the woodwork because they see you thriving, they see you looking good, they see you looking hot. And I'm also going to warn you and advise you not to go for that person, even if there is a lot of passion. And I also see you being I also see you discovering a talent that you put away when you're younger and rediscovering it in February. So for instance, when I was younger, I actually used to do YouTube videos, and I totally forgot about it until recently when I discovered my passion for YouTube, and I realized, hey, I used to do this way back in the day. And I see that happening for you as well. So be prepared to be shocked by that, or be prepared to develop a talent that you've had since you were a child. I'm also seeing, like, let's see, what else am I seeing? Time out. You've been so busy taking care of everyone else's needs, but now it's time to stop and take care of yourself. So yeah, guys, people are going to be asking a lot of you, and I'm sensing some sort of energy vampires in your life taking advantage of your kindness. Could be an ex, could be a friend, but it's okay to say no. It's okay to set boundaries for yourself, because you're going to be very busy, okay? And it's okay to be selfish sometimes. It really is. That's all I have for you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next group. All right, group number 6. Let's see what's coming to you February 2019. Okay, let's see here. This was an interesting one. When I was dealing this, I was very interested in these decks. And yes, I look over the decks before I read them because I want to get every piece of symbolism and weave it together so I can give you the best, most accurate possible prediction for February. And there's no shame in that. Okay, so let's start out with this first. So February is going to be a really good time for you career-wise, school-wise, or financially. So for those of you who are really young, your parents might decide to give you an allowance or give you a raise in your allowance, or you might be gifted something very expensive. Or for those of you who are working, expect to get some sort of raise, or expect to have more of an opportunity to make money, or expect to get a promotion or something like that. I'm seeing that February is going to be a very good time to advance your career or your ways to make money, maybe even passive income. I'm seeing that as well. So expect a spike in your income. This is actually the only group I saw for this month where I saw a spike in income, so lucky you guys. But yeah, there's gonna be unexpected, maybe you've been manifesting money. If you guys have been manifesting money, guess what? In February, it's coming into fruition. I also see you guys being very responsible in February and not really spending that money or splurging that money. I see you guys saving that money for a future goal or something that's gonna benefit you in the long run. So this could mean investments. Actually, for those of you who picked group number 6, I see that February is gonna be a really good time for you to make investments. I know a lot of you guys are really young, but okay. So I also see you guys being one of the reasons why I see you spending money is I see you feeling being very attached to being at home and having your alone time in February. I don't see you feeling the need to go out at all. I don't see you feeling the need to socialize. I see you as being someone in February who's kind of a shut-in, and I don't mean that in a negative way. Sometimes we have months where we want to go out, sometimes we have months where we want to stay in, and I see February is going to be a month where you're really just going to enjoy laying around your house, doing nothing, not putting on makeup, up, not doing your hair, not showering, just sort of like going to work, coming home, and relaxing with you and someone else that you really like. I just see you taking a lot of comforts in your home in February, and I think this is something that's really needed from you, because I see that you've been working hard. I've seen that you've been worried about your future and trying to do things for your future. So I actually think that February is a really good time of rest for you, and not to feel guilty for being lazy at all. You've been doing a lot of work. It's just one of those months where you need to rest and regain your energy. Now, I had this funny feeling for you guys who picked group number 6. I had 4 of Swords and Death, and every time that comes up together, I'm like, oh no, because I know what it's trying to say, and then the magical powers popped up. So I was telling, I think it was like the first group, we're going through an ascension, an energy ascension in 2019, where the world is shifting energies. We're raising our vibrations. So because of that, we have physical symptoms such as over emotional or fatigue or just feeling a little off. And I see that this is going to impact you guys by a little bit of fatigue. You're going to be a little tired in February, and that's how your body's going to handle the energy upgrade into the age of Aquarius in 2019. Now, another thing I'm seeing is this is also going to raise your psychic powers. So with energy upgrades, we become more aware of our psychic gifts, or our psychic gifts are awakened because we're less attached to the 3D world, and we're transcending into the 4D and 5D. We're becoming closer to the spiritual realm. So I see you guys having unexpected psychic experiences, like out of body accidental out of bodies, a lot of sleep paralysis, and I've been seeing this a lot in the pick of cards since 2019 because of this ascension energy. So expect to have like a deceased loved one may visit you in your dreams. That's likely your deceased loved one's energy, you picking up on it when you're sleeping. Expect to see orbs or shadows that in the corner of your eye. You might think you're just tired, but this is actually your psychic senses picking up. You might figure out that you're either clairaudient, or I don't know all the names, I'm just gonna say you have psychic seeing, psychic hearing, psychic smelling. You might hear high-pitched rings, you might have phantom smells. This is all, a form of psychic gift. You might predict something before it happens in your dream. Expect your psychic abilities to be woken up, because I see for those of you who are drawn to group number 6, you're going to be having some strange supernatural experiences, and not to be shocked or scared. Nothing can hurt you, but expect that. Definitely expect that, and expect to feel drained. Actually, guys, for those of you who picked group number 6, I highly suggest saging your house and letting out lingering entities or energies in your house, because I see you being very energetically drained in February, and that's because you're more sensitive to the different vibrations and the different entities. So please, for you guys who picked group number 6, please sage your house. Please, please, please. You'll feel a lot better. You're gonna have more energy, and you might not feel as fatigued. Okay, so we also have Venus and wedding. So guys, a lot of you guys might be getting engaged, for those of you in a long-term relationship, or someone might be getting engaged, or someone or you might be going to a wedding. There is going to be some sort of wedding, or this could mean for some of you who are single, you're going to meet the person you're going to marry in February. So let me just organize that real quick. You could either be going to a wedding, someone could be getting married, you could be proposed to, or you will meet the person you will later marry in February. Or you might be talking about marriage with the person you're with. So this is a general reading. I'm trying to get all the messages for all the different people. But I wanted to let you know, guys, like February is the time of committed relationships for you guys. So expect to be in a committed relationship. Expect to want a committed relationship. Expect to be spending time with someone that could possibly lead to marriage. If you guys are in high school, don't take that. I mean, maybe, but it could just mean, someone around you is getting married, or you're going to be entering a long-term relationship in February. With Venus, love, and the Pentacles, I'm also sensing, guys, like you might have a tendency in February to overeat or overindulge, or kind of be a little lethargic. You might not want to move. There might be a lag in your exercise routine, and I am seeing that there might be a need to indulge in feel-good things that done in excess are not necessarily good for you. So for those of you who are very active, watch out for that. Try to force yourself to work out. Or for those of you who are trying to watch their diet, expect in February to have an increase in appetite or eat out of anxiety or something. I am seeing an increase in that. Once again, you are the master of your universe. I'm just trying to give you a heads up. And we have purification and vacation. It's time to release physical and energetic toxins from your life. Wow, and I was just talking about sage and I totally forgot that card was there. So yeah, this would be a really good time for you guys to actually start eating healthy, to start, you know, being more mindful of the kinds of foods you put in your body, and also cleansing the energy in your home. This will all be things that give you a lot of energy, and I'm seeing that you guys don't like being lethargic, you guys don't like being unproductive. So I'm telling you, in February, when you feel this energy, you can help it by the foods you eat. You can help it by working out. You can sage your house. You know, I hate working out. I hate eating healthy, but I do it because it makes me feel good. And I'm telling you guys, that is really the truth. Working out and eating healthy, you think it's not the quick and easy fix, but I promise you it does wonders for your mental health. I'm someone who's lazy. I'm someone who you couldn't pay me to work out, but I started doing it because I was sick of feeling lethargic, and I think that would be very beneficial for you guys as well, if you're healthy and able to, of course. So that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching this pick a card. I hope you guys have a great February, and I will see you guys later.